Welcome to Drinks with Dawn. White light citrus punch. Sangria in my grandmother's container. Let's get started. Welcome. Okay, first off, I want to add a lot of orange juice. So I have one orange that I'm just going to squeeze for the juice factor of this. Gotta have your vitamin C now, don't you? Natural flavorings. That's what I'm talking about. Now, I just realized that Meyer lemons were in season. I don't know if any of you are familiar with Meyer lemons. It's a different flavor. It's not as tart. It's not as acidic. It's actually a little bit more sweet. So since they are in season, I decided to cut up some of those wonderful little segments and add them to my punch. I'm also going to add some diced orange, get that citrus feel going. And I did some limes. And I happen to love pears. If you want to dice up your pears ahead of time, you can also put some citrus juice on them, some lemon. It'll prevent them from browning. And to keep this zippy and effervescent, I decided that I was going to use some mint. So let's put a little bunch of mint in there for effervescence. Ooh, it's looking pretty up in there. Can you see it now? So I decided to use a Sauvignon Blanc. I thought that that would be very well paired with all of my citrus flavors. I belong to Wines Till Sold Out. It's a wonderful group that you can get deeply discounted wines, and I've never had one that I didn't like. And if I did, I turned it into Sangria and I fell back in love with it. So you could use Pinot Grigio for something a little more crisp. Some people really like Gewürztraminer. It's a little sweet for me, but again, you do what works for you. So I'm gonna pour some of this in. And one thing that I really want to stress about Sangria is that you need to plan ahead. Please make it the night before. Let the flavors meld. It's going to make such a world of difference if you do, okay? So make this Wednesday, and then you can drink it all day Thursday. I'm going to add a little bit more here. I decided to use a touch of Tito's vodka to give it just a little kick. If you wanted something more seasonal and more holiday, you could use some of my apple pie moonshine. I have a little bit of that in here. It is an assortment of fall flavors and apple goodness. If you were to use that, you wouldn't need too much, just a little bit to give it some more cinnamon, nutmeg, apple flavor. But I want to keep mine light and zippy. So I'm going to put a splash. That's a splash in my world. And the next ingredient that I love, I went to Trader Joe's and I love their sodas. I think that they are so good. So this one is called Villa Italia, and it is an Italian grapefruit soda. Highly recommend it. Now, if you're going to make this the night before, what you would do is you would assemble as far as I've gotten with your mint and your citrus, your wine, your juice, and your vodka. Okay, you would let that marinate overnight. Let the fruit soak up all of that joy. And then when you're ready to serve, you would add, I would say maybe a cup to 2 cups of your Italian grapefruit soda. I'm going to start drinking mine now. Yes, I am. Look how pretty that is in my grandmother's beautiful, beautiful picture. Isn't that fabulous? Oh, and tequila would be good in here too. You could do some white tequila. That would be awesome. Okay, so let's add a little bit of this in here and see what happens. Gives it a nice fizz. And remember, you can always add more. So I'm going to stir that up a bit. Oh, that looks so nice and refreshing. Yes, it does. And I have some very pretty copper mugs. I thought that they would be especially nice for this segment. So hold that thought while I go get myself some ice. Okay, there we go. We got some ice. So I am going to pour some in. Get a little bit of fruit in there. It's like drinking and having a snack at the same time. How wonderful is that? There we go. Get one more little wheel of goodness in there. And you know I've got to garnish my glass. You cannot have a beautiful glass and not garnish it. So, let's take a little mint sprig. And let's take some cinnamon. You could actually put the cinnamon in here ahead of time and let that marinate overnight as well. Look how pretty that is. Isn't that gorgeous? You know you want some. Let's see how it tastes. Okay, I think this might be one of my all-time favorite recipes on Drinks with Dawn. This is amazing. Everyone, please try this. If you want to change up your soda, you could use Sprite, you could use Fresca, you could use anything you want, but this is delicious. Oh, I wish you were here to have some with me. Yes, I do. Wait a minute, I need another sip before I continue on. Let me sit that down for a minute. But I wish you all a very happy Thanksgiving and send you much love and much light and many blessings. I hope that you enjoyed this cocktail. And if you have any questions or if you have anything that you'd love to see featured on Drinks with Dawn, please reach out. And if you have any questions about modifications, most of you know my phone number, or you can drop it in the comments. You know I'd be happy to answer it. Okay? So cheers and blessings to you, my beautiful turkeys. Mwah!